I didn't believe in Naked Ned. I do now. They told us not to talk to him. That was the first thing the guy at the canoe rental said. As you pass Lily Spring, the paper read, you may see a man locals call Naked Ned. He lives off the river and keeps to himself. Please don't approach. Don't call out, wave, or speak to him in any way. Respect his privacy completely. He is not part of the tour. Do not engage. Ned won't bother you if you don't bother him. I read it aloud in the van, doing my best creepy narrator voice. Spooky, Kaysen snorted. Told you. Naked Ned, king of the swamp. He waggled his eyebrows at Jess. Jess rolled her eyes. I've seen enough naked old men in Atlanta. We call it downtown. Luke barked a laugh just as the old Econoline van rattled down the last dirt stretch. I swear it nearly came apart over a giant pothole. Our driver was this wiry, bark-skinned guy who looked like he'd been carved from driftwood. He turned slowly and locked eyes with us. Best mind that paper, he rasped. Ain't just for show. You come with respect. The river carries you home. Then staring right at Jess. You come to judge. The swamp keeps your bones. Nobody said a word. Then Kaysen scoffed like he always does. That supposed to scare us? The guy didn't answer. Just climbed out and let the van door swing open behind him. I stuffed the paper into my backpack. Whatever. Let's go find your naked Florida man. We'd rented 2 aluminum canoes, 2 beat-up old things. They scraped over the sand before slipping into the dark water as we got in. Jess and I sat up front. Kaysen and Luke handled the steering. Luke grinned. The current grabs you if you're not careful. Kaysen smiled. Yeah, just sit back and look pretty. We got it. I let it go. It was hot and humid already, and if they wanted to do the work, fine by me. The Santa Fe River was tan and dark and slow-moving, winding lazily through swampy woods. The smell was thick, wet earth, rotting leaves, and something foul. We drifted past half-sunken docks and sagging shacks. Faded no trespassing signs clung to old trees, nailed in decades ago and forgotten. Jess wrinkled her nose. Smells like a carcass in a crock pot out here. Kaysen grinned. That's just the swamp saying hi. I didn't say it out loud, but the farther we drifted, the more the river felt like it was swallowing the world. Even our voices started to feel off. Too loud, then too soft. Like sound itself didn't know what to do out here. I reached into my bag and cracked open a mini bottle of Fireball. I'm not waiting till Rum Island, I said, shaking the bag. It rattled with more where that came from. Luke grinned. We better kill those now. Show up with Fireball at Rum Island and you might as well wear a sign that says, Amateur. Jess held out her hands. Toss me too. I'm double-fisting this river run. I lobbed a handful into their canoe. She caught everyone. We laughed. We drank. But the deeper we went, the quieter it got. Cypress knees jutted from the water like bony fingers. Spanish moss hung from the trees like the world's oldest curtains. We passed a bleached log covered with turtles. When we got too close, they plopped into the water one by one, vanishing with soft splashes. Jess jumped. Jesus, just turtles, Luke smirked. I wasn't so sure. Where there are turtles. Then came the yellow eyes, barely above the waterline. A gator, watching, not moving. Nasty bastard, Kaysen muttered. No one disagreed. A little farther on, we passed a leaning pine tree. Wired to the trunk was a skull, maybe deer, maybe not. One antler hung down like a broken limb. Jess spotted it. Well, that's not creepy at all. Kaysen clenched his jaw. Idiots hunting out of season. Silence settled in. They say people disappear out here, he added. No splash, no trace, just gone. Jess scoffed. Bullshit. But her eyes stayed locked on the skull until it disappeared behind us. Ahead, the river forked. One way curved wide and easy. The other narrowed into a shadowy tunnel of trees. The water in that direction turned crystal clear. That's Lily Spring, Luke said quietly. We stared into it. It was beautiful in that way deep water can be. Too still, too clean. I took another swig of Fireball. Jess grinned. Well, let's go meet him. Then the current shifted and started to pull us in. The water turned crystal clear. White sand on the bottom with scattered leaves and roots twisting like veins. No one spoke. Then we saw it. A crooked yellow sign nailed to a tree. Naked Ned ahead. I snorted. Seriously? The outfitters put that up? Kaysen smirked. The swamp did it. Nobody laughed. The message came first. Smeared on a small warped wall of old plywood. I'm not qualified to cast the first stone. Are you? Then we saw him. He stood behind. The wall just tall enough to cover him from navel to thigh. He was tall, disturbingly thin. His skin too tight, like it had been stretched to fit bones it didn't belong to. His hair was long, matted with river scum, his beard even longer and clung to his chest like Spanish moss. But it was what hung below the wall that really hit us. Between his legs dangled something long and hideous. It looked like a dead snake, shriveled, lifeless, roped with veins, hanging almost to his ankles. Whatever it used to be, it wasn't anymore. I don't even want to describe it again. For a second, we all just stared. Jess gagged out a laugh. Kaysen whispered, "What the fuck is that?" Ned didn't move, just stared at us like we were already caught. Jess, drunk and fearless, stood up in the canoe. "Hey Ned, you gonna show us the goods or just stand there like a scarecrow?" "Jess, stop!" I snapped. She threw her arms wide. Come on, what's the point of being a famous naked swamp man if nobody sees it? Ned tilted his head. I show everyone the same thing, he said. It's only the guilty who have to die. His words drifted across the water like a putrid breeze from hell. Jess sat down hard. Then Ned stepped around the wall. Around his neck hung a human skull, wired through the eye sockets. It swung with each step, and he smiled. Too wide, too long, like his face wasn't built for it. The water beneath us rippled. Then something bumped our canoe. We need to go, I whispered in a panic. Kaysen nodded, dug his paddle deep, but the river wouldn't let us. The current shifted, subtle, but there, pulling us forward, toward the dock, toward him. Jess started sobbing. I'm sorry, she said. I didn't mean it. I'm sorry. Ned laughed, a horrid cackle. The first stone's already been thrown, and it wasn't by me. He pointed at Jess. She's the one, he rasped. And the swamp knows. Then the water erupted. Black roots burst from below, slick and alive, wrapping around Jess's arms and waist. She screamed. Kaysen grabbed her, trying to hold on. I've got you, he yelled. I've got... But the roots yanked, hard. She slipped from his grip and vanished beneath the water. Gone. Silence. Then Ned said, Judgment has a price, but the swamp always leaves something behind. The water bubbled. Something floated to the surface. A skull, bleach white, gleaming. It looked too clean, like the swamp had scrubbed her soul away. It bobbed next to our canoe, staring up with empty sockets. I screamed. Kaysen dug his paddle in again, but the canoes weren't moving. Not really. Every stroke felt like we were trying to row through molasses. Paddle, he shouted. Go now. We all did, harder, faster, but the river wasn't having it. It was like it had made up its mind. Ned turned without another word. He walked up the dock, disappearing into the trees like the swamp had opened its arms and taken him home. Then the current let go. The river went soft again as if nothing had happened. Our canoes drifted light and easy, free. None of us said a word. We just paddled, hard, fast, like the river might change its mind and reach for us next. We didn't stop, didn't look back, not even once.